Hey everybody, Zakafine here. I'm going to do a quick, maybe sort of long tutorial depending upon how long you want to tune in. I'm working on a pastel painting, so I've put some color down and some shapes down. I initially had a drawing in the, you can see a little bit of in the background here, and now I have put some color on it to just cover up some of the white space and start allowing me to work on some of the shapes and some of the city in the background, which you can't see at all. So we're going to start to do some of that now. See what happens. Some of this is it's going to be like a place holder. I use placeholders just to know where I'm going with the drawing, and then they can be changed later. Okay. My studio is loud today, apparently. So these are railroad ties, and I'm trying to put some color into them. Using a lot of my stick pastels, which are hard and they look a lot like a stick. But you can get a nice line, sharp line. You can get more of, let's see here, more of this type of action where you use them on the side. You do that. I'm gonna look at some shapes. This painting has a lot of color to it because of the sunset, and then the sunset shines on the city, which we're starting to put in now, and we have some of the shipyard over here, which is our port actually, where we get some of these cool vertical or kind of lines that bring us into some interesting stuff over here. This being a very line-driven type of painting where you get a lot of different lines going on to make it kind of, for me, an interesting piece because we get to do a lot of different things with it. As I'm looking over here to my left at my photo, I'm trying to get an idea of what else I need to put in here, and some of it's just shapes. I just need to lock in some of the city shapes. And I often will just be in a hurry at the beginning of a painting to get rid of the white. The white's very distracting to me because I can't see what else I need to do with the painting until I can get a lot of this white. So we'll take a sponge and we'll smooth some of it out. We'll see later if my perspective lines are correct. But I always feel like you can correct later. It's no big deal to just jump in with both feet. And just be willing to play and experiment. Don't be afraid of it. So some of this I'm just removing the background white. I'm going to kind of smooth that in. We've got side of the railroad here. I'm throwing a lot of color already on here. Some of this color is going to change because I want the colors to eventually really fit together with this sunset. And I don't want the colors to clash. But we get a lot of sort of earthy tones in here with the railroad tracks. And then a lot of this boom, bright color, and then the city lighting up. So we're going to have a lot of color here. But we want to bounce some of that color into here later as well. So I'll keep working on it. Now I have not put a lot of this, this is my soft pastels as an example. They're like little round chalk things, but they just fall apart and they're so frustrating, but yet they have a lot of pigment and color. So I haven't really, as you see, finished this sort of area over here. And I want to make sure it's consistent with the sky. So I'm going to add some of my pinks, and we can then adjust the other part of the city into this later. Those soft pastels that are such a pain that I mentioned, they are a real pain to deal with, but they do put down an amazing amount of color. And you're not going to get that out of these. You're not going to get the same amount of color pigment. Example, chalk, soft chalk, and a stick. These are awesome for longevity. I'll put the products in the link below, so you can buy these if you'd like. But best value I'll put on there are these. Second best is these soft pastels, the chalky ones. And what I'll do is I'll just continue to work on this, and we'll come back and maybe I'll do another video as I get closer to working on more of the details of the city, and you'll be able to start seeing the city come forward into the painting, and the painting will take more of a character and shape, and we'll see what we're working on here. So thanks.